Never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Player ratings time for West Ham United 1, Newcastle 5. I still can't believe it, mate. I really can't. To my right is Lucas, and Westhamonline will be here. But when he's here, is another thing. He's in a bit of delay. He's getting back to Essex tonight. So me and Lucas will carry on. If Westhamonline turns up, then obviously we'll do the ratings with him. If he doesn't, me and Lucas will roll this out. Lucas, are you ready to rock and roll, brother?
As ready as we'll ever be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate.
They can all fuck off for all I care.
Yeah, let's start off with this man. Lucas Fabianski. Five goals conceded. The fourth one's a howler. I think he's at fault slightly for the third one. I know people say about Aguerd, but I don't know why he's throwing it out to him when he's not even fucking looking. So what are you saying? What are you saying for him?
He made one good save from what I can remember. The Aguerd practically an own goal. The Aguerd fuck up. I think it's more down to Aguerd because he played it. He played it to him perfectly, and Aguerd, all he had to do if he didn't feel comfortable, he could have easily just passed it back, and Fabianski would have just booted it up the pitch. I think the goal that everyone thought Callum Wilson was offside. I thought that was disgraceful as well from him. It was a really bad effort to try and even to try and bring him down. It was absolutely terrible. So for Fabianski tonight, I'm gonna give him and his distribution, god awful. I'm gonna give him a 3.
I'm with you, mate. That's not what I was thinking of. I think a 2 is bad. I think 4.
4's too
Elite.
kind.
I've got to get this covered. I like Elite. That is Elite analyst, everyone. Just so everyone knows. Boy's got his tactics spot on. Our players can't execute them. Not his fault. He's shit, Elite. He shouldn't be our manager no more. Right? You know what I mean? No good. Over the hill. Past it. That's what I'm saying on that. He didn't get his tactics spot on. We lost 5-1. That's what I'm saying. And even then, he brings on 4 subs and don't know what they're doing. I'll go next with Fab. I say a 3. I agree. Shit. Just what can you do? The fourth goal's fucking terrible. Let's be real. He's all over the gaff, isn't he? And you know what? It was just poor. Really, really, really was poor. Let's go over to this side. Kera's side. Kera is back. And he's back and he's bad. What do you make of him tonight?
At fault for the first goal for me. He was the pendulum that fell first. He got balls switched over him all night tonight and couldn't do a thing about it, nor did he really try. But the first goal, in my opinion, his fault. He must have heard footsteps because he cleared the ball immediately when it fell to him, when in reality the player behind him really not that close to him. He could have easily taken a touch, and he tracked the ball poorly. Besides that, I don't think he really got rinsed or anything tonight, but he just wasn't that great. I'm going to give him this could be kind. I'm going to give him a 4.
I thought he right. The old Kera returned tonight. We see a decent Kera performance on the weekend. It was decent.
He just could not adjust to getting the ball switched over his head. Like I said, I didn't think he got rinsed, but the failure to adjust to
it was
the
bad.
Ball getting switched over him numerous times was kind of annoying. And he was bad, but not Fabianski bad, I think. So I'm going to give him a 4.
Yes, Drano, I agree, mate. I would like to do it, but on this channel, we I like you, Elite, mate. You're all right. I'll give Kara a 4-0. I agree. Shit. Just 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's bad. What can I say? I'll keep it short and sweet.
And I'm sick of I'm just sick of the whole like I'll put him on the bench even if I don't think he's fully fit.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Sufal should have played today, but whatever. Or started.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he should have done something, mate. Let's go over to this man. Kurt Zuma scored the goal, the only goal for West Ham tonight. But the first goal is criminal from him and Aguerd, the pair of them.
Yeah.
Where are they in the middle? Like Callum Wilson standing there. He's got Declan Rice, Paqueta, Zuma, and Aguerd around him. And he managed to score. Terrible. I'll go on this one. The only reason why I'm going to give him a 4 is because he scored the goal. If I'm being honest, I thought he was terrible tonight. Again, right. I think the goal sort of makes the rate a little bit higher, but I would give him a 3. I thought he was crap. Like, I think there were so many times where we just got cut open. Our defending was like, our defenders were parting like the Red Sea, literally all over the gaff. So I'll give him a 4. And that's me being kind for Zuma, and he scored a goal. What are you saying for him, Lucas?
For me, I thought he was probably the best out of our defenders, and I mean that's not saying a lot, is it? But he's probably the best for me. Not only because he scored a goal, but I thought he just didn't get used and abused. I didn't think he really made a lot of mistakes. Scored a goal. Definitely could have done better on the second goal where everyone thought it was offside. But again, that's a pendulum problem because our midfield was non-existent today. And I'm gonna give Zuma I'm gonna give him a 5, a high 5 actually.
Oh dear, I ain't even going to question you on that one, but we will move on to. This is going to hurt me. This one, Nayef Aguerd. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Emotional damage.
Fucking gutted. Absolute gutted on this geezer tonight. I really am. He let me down fucking massively. 1 minute, he's a well beater. And he looks fucking very, very good. Another minute, it's like he plays in League Two for fucking like Carlisle United. Shit. Absolute shit. I know people are going to say about the third goal, but for me, it's a bit of both. I think Fabianski shouldn't be throwing it out to him. I think Aguerd should be on the ball and like focused. They let me down tonight, mate. Gutted. I'm going to let you rate him first, and then I'm going to rate him. And but I'm just fucking devastated, if I'm being honest, the way he performs tonight.
Yeah. That third goal was bare minimum inexcusable. And I don't mind the Fabianski blame for that goal either, but like at bare minimum, it's 50-50 blame because Aguerd's got to be sharper. You got to expect the unexpected. You're a footballer. He played a few decent forward passes. His long balls tonight weren't good. Defending not great. So I'm gonna give him. Yeah, I'm giving him a 3.
I do agree. For once, I agree with elite analysts. Unbelievably, Aguerd needs to bulk up. He does need to be stronger in the air. I will say that. The first goal, I think, is his fault also with Zuma. When that ball's coming in from centre back to man, no one is even reading the cross. No one's near Wilson. The third goal is embarrassing, and then the defenders were all over the shot tonight. Literally, it was like they just didn't know how to play football. Like,
63% pass accuracy tonight, and only connected on 2 long balls.
Fucking terrible, mate. This is gonna break my heart.
Didn't win a tackle tonight.
I'm gonna give him a 2 out of 10. People might say I'm being a bit harsh, but he was fucking atrocious, and I've got to be real. Like, do you know what I mean? For how much I rate this geezer, tonight, that's the worst performance in a West Ham shirt by a country mile. Really is, and that's the reason. Like, I'm gutted, absolutely gutted about Nathan Gred. So 2 from me. We'll move on to our left back, the man who's lucky to be on the pitch, Emerson. Fucking hell, Lucas. Like, how he didn't get sent off, I don't know. He's offside, or he keeps Joe Linton onside for the second goal. I don't even know what to rate him tonight. Harry was excellent at the weekend. It's so Jekyll and Hyde with West Ham at the minute. It's frightening. It's absolutely frightening.
And I'm not saying like anyone in particular, but like when I see on Twitter, so like not you, not Alfie, not Mitch, no one in the chat currently.
Yeah.
But like people just love to take like some matches like way out of context. Like,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, I was happy we won on Sunday, but we were
Yeah.
shit. We were not good.
Yeah.
And people are trying to say like, oh, we'll take momentum from this into Wednesday, or hopefully we will. Yeah, hopefully that's about it. But like in reality,
yeah,
there's no way no one could possibly sit back, watch that match on Sunday and be like, you know what? I think we're ready for Newcastle. No shot. Emerson tonight, he actually passed the ball very well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But defending, horrible. Should have gotten sent off. He actually was getting rinsed a little bit. Him and Kara. Actually, now that I think about it,
both of them was.
Kara was getting rinsed a bit. I don't know. I don't know why it just hit me now, but I'm gonna give Emerson. He should have gotten sent off. His defending. His first foul that got him the yellow. I think it's the correct call, but it's soft. I don't think that's a yellow, but textbook it is, I guess. So
I don't think it's a yellow card, but when he's on the yellow card, Harry stayed on the pitch. I don't know.
I'm gonna give him a 4.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to give him a high 4. Just like I don't think he was one of our worst players, but he weren't good. So I'll give him a high 4. He's lucky to be on the pitch. But do I blame him or do I blame Moyes? That's the question. We'll move on to the midfield area and we'll start with this man.
Thankfully, we know the answer.
And we now enter Thomas Souček cardio session.
Emotional damage.
Fucking joke, this geezer, mate. Absolute joke. Right, when people keep telling me he's like that, he should be in our midfield. The only this is what he is in our midfield. Fucking clown. He's a clown, mate. Pointless being in there. Fucking pointless, this geezer.
He may have only completed 8 passes tonight, but he made 9, completed 8 of them. But still, he touched the ball 13 times. And as a midfielder, that's absolutely unacceptable. Now, let's say like Antonio, for example. There was that one match where I think it was against Everton. Antonio barely touched the ball, but he worked his absolute bollocks off and made great runs. And you can almost brush that off the shoulder because like it wasn't his fault that he wasn't getting the ball.
I'll tell you what, elite analyst is on ball tonight, mate. I'm going to say that players did look scared to pass the ball to him. I do agree with him on that. Every time they got the ball, they didn't want to pass it to Souček.
That's to me, that's like one of my big issues with Souček because I'll say it time and time again. I don't care. I love Thomas Souček.
Yeah.
But you cannot play midfield when you're scared to receive the ball or don't want to receive the ball or show for it. And this whole like putting them in midfield and then when we go forward, you're kind of deploying them as a second striker or some sort of false 9. I think is absolutely bogus.
Can I ask you a question? Because I think Alfred's just turned up. I'll bring him on shortly. For me, where is his position? But what is his position for West Ham?
He is an 8. He's an 8 that gets forward, and he's an 8 that should be clearing and getting all the balls in the air, either out or heading them on, or he should be that one guy that you bring in the midfield like, hey, we need you to take this other midfielder out so the other midfielders can shine, whatever. He's that type of midfielder for me. But he's just not that guy to play through or play off of. And he's already like he's an okay defender. He's average as it gets. But like today, for example, I understood why he started, but at the end of the day, you need players that, or at least midfielders that you got to play the ball on the floor. You've got to get moving. And Souček just, again, the problem is he doesn't want the ball. He doesn't show for the ball. And when he does get the ball, he's horrific. And at the end of the day, I'd rather have a midfielder on the pitch that shows for the ball, wants the ball, can make a pass, will make the pass. And then, like, you know what? If we concede a corner in the air or a headed goal, we worry about that when that happens. But Thomas Souček for me today gets a 3.
Right. Before I bring Westhamonline in, please do smash a like on the video. It does go a long way. West Ham are shit tonight, but we are here covering it. So please do smash a like on the video. It goes a long way.
Maybe he gets a 4 if the free kick goes in that he won for us, but nah.
And please do subscribe to the channel. Alfie, quick
Hello.
I haven't done the Souček yet. Good evening, Alfred. First off, Fabianski, give me a number.
3.
Kara.
4.
Agued.
2.
Zuma.
5.
That's what we said. Emerson.
4.
And now we're here at Thomas Souček.
We're bang on now.
Yeah, we're pretty much. I'll give him a fucking hell. I thought he was shit tonight again.
Mate, actually, no.
I'll give him a 2 for turning up.
No, yeah. I'm giving him a 2. His defending was an absolute fucking disgrace tonight. Absolutely
It was bad.
horrible. I have never seen a player that size defend that poorly, trying to drag people down, and he can't do that. Oh my God. That literally, like, it just flashed into my head. His foul on Jolinton or Guimaraes, I think. But mate, just again, he's a midfielder that isn't a midfielder. Like, I get the appeal, but at the end of the day, you've got to go back to the basics, and you need someone that can play midfield. He cannot play midfield.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. Joe, what? I've changed my mind. I ain't giving him, so I'll give him a 0.
I'd rather see him. I'm not joking, and I don't care. People in the chat can make fun of me. They can fry me, grill me. I do not care. I would rather see Thomas Souček as our striker than play in the midfield.
It's fucking terrible because he's shit.
Let's be honest.
He's shit, mate. Honestly, he's absolutely fucking diabolical.
Play 9 than fucking 8.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just like, he's fucking bad. Alfie, what you saying for Thomas Souček?
Right. You're gonna have to hear me out here. I thought he started the first 5-10 minutes. He looked good.
Agreed.
He was winning the ball back, playing well, and then he just fell off a cliff. We were all right at times in that first half, but he sort of went invisible and just he doesn't win any headers.
The first
anymore.
10 minutes, I was happy as all hell.
Yeah.
I was overjoyed.
Oh, big up, Keith. That's comment of the night. Souček is like an SAS commando. He's there, but no cunt knows he's there. Fucking hell. In fact, Joe, what? That is comment of the night. I got True Gooner in. He wants Moyes in. You can fuck off, mate. You True Gooner bastard. Do you know what I mean? I want it tonight. Go on, Alfie. Carry on.
2.
Yeah, I'll give him a 0, mate. Pointless. All right. And I swear, I can't wait to see Clive, mate. I'm going to rip him and run and all. Fucker. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, we'll move on to. I've got to laugh because if I don't, I'll just fucking want to smash this ass up. I don't want to do that. Fucking Declan Rice. Alfie, take it away for Deck.
He was unbelievable in the first half. He was absolutely unbelievable. I think that's one of the best halves I've ever seen him have. I thought he was that best player on the pitch
Mate,
by
that
country.
that was vintage.
Yeah, he was good. No, it was a great performance individually by Rice. He gets none of the blame from me today. Second half, he was a bit more quiet, but we were just worse, so that's expected. But he's
Did
definitely.
he lose his sort of vibe as soon as we went 3-1 down?
I don't know if he did, but I think it's more the fact that he
Who
literally couldn't
didn't?
put any more energy into the game than what he was putting. Anyone who blames Rice today, honestly,
It was-
hasn't got a clue.
It
He
was one of
unreal.
those. It was one of those where like he's done. Like Rice is probably thinking to himself as well. Like, you know what? I'm having a pretty good match. Like I'm playing
Oh, he
well.
was unreal.
And when that third goal goes in, it's not that he doesn't give up, but it's almost like what more can like he's probably thinking to himself, and not selfishly. He's probably just thinking, what more do I have to do? What more can we do?
Yeah.
And just he was so good tonight.
I'm gonna give him a. I was close to giving him an 8, to be honest, but I'm gonna give him a high 7.
I'm going to give him a high 6, just not a 7 for me. I think, yeah, you say the first half, but we have been fucking absolutely obliterated 5-1. And, like, there was just... And Joe, what makes that worse is the goal difference on that. Because, like, where West Ham's goal difference were pretty good, we was all sort of happy. Fucking hell, that's looking a massive fucking good idea, that is. Listen, I like Deck, yeah, and I like he's a world-class player and he deserves better. And if someone just said in there, like, when he's working with shit, do you know what I mean? What can he do? Do you know what I mean?
What if I said this whole entire season, you cannot compare horse shit and cow shit because they both fucking stink.
They're both the same, but just fucking different guys of shite. High 6 for me. Lucas, what you saying?
Declan Rice, probably the easiest rate of the night for me. I'm giving him a 7. That tonight was vintage, and he was probably the only player in the second half that still gave a shit. And again, like I said on the afterthought, it's concerning when the one player that is given a shit is the one that ultimately wants to leave. And that's how you know we're in the fucking mud. But Declan Rice was so good tonight. I've been crying out for this kind of performance all year long, where when he wins the ball back, he goes forward, which he did a bunch tonight. And he made a lot of forward runs, even when we were losing 4-1.
Yeah. He was unbelievable in that first half. He was just unreal.
I honestly, like, if Alfie gave him an 8, I would not care. I would probably agree. But because of the scoreline and the shit around him, and just everything in general, I'm going 7.
Yeah, fair enough, lads. Fair enough.
And I'm making him my man of the match, of course.
Oh yeah,
fair enough. He's the only one who fucking has anything. Let's talk about this man, Lucas Paqueta. £50 million, does a lot of good touches, but I don't know. I'm just not convinced.
Mate,
this geezer
he
at all.
was absolutely shocking tonight. And like I said on Sunday, I honestly thought people were delusional that he was amazing. I thought they were delusional because he defensively absolutely brilliant. Not taking that away from him, but going forward, his passing, decision making, dreadful, not impactful whatsoever. And today was an absolute shame the way he played. He literally, how on earth? I can take getting shown up by Bruno Guimaraes. I can take that. But getting shown up by Joe Linton really is taking the piss out of it.
Fucking isn't it?
Because
let's be honest.
I don't think Joe Linton is a bad player by any means. But he's not a fucking midfielder. He's not a midfielder. He is literally a striker playing midfielder and somehow doing it.
He's a poor man. He's a poor striker that's been converted to a midfielder.
Lucas Paqueta today was absolutely awful. Absolutely dreadful. And and again, I don't try to like berate anyone's ratings, but like I'm seeing some 5s, some 4s. I can't do that.
I will get to that, man. Drain Hole Hammers, thank you very much, mate,
for your
$4.99 super chat. Players showed no fight. Manager, 4 subs, no effect. Kevin Keane and Martin Allen until the end of the season. Fight to freedom. Listen, mate, I hear you, Drano.
But my rating on him, he done, I would say his 1-2 passing tonight, like his 1-2 first touch passes down the byline were actually pretty solid tonight, but that's about the best thing he done. And I actually don't think he got fouled that much tonight. He went down incredibly easy. So for me, he gets a 3.
I'm not going to give him a 3. I'm going to go a bit higher than that. I'm going to give him a 5. I thought it was an average performance from an average sort of player at the minute. One thing I do say with him is when he does get the ball, he does look like something could happen, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's very lackadaisy passing that I don't like. I really don't. Like in the first half, there was a few times he passed the ball, and I was thinking, like, we need you to perform, bruv. And when I look at Bruno Guirash, it's a fucking different level. It was a completely different level. Good free kick in one of the halves. I can't fucking remember what one it was. And he did track back a few times, win the ball when we lost the ball. So
I must admit, I hate changing my rating, but I will say because his work rate was actually very good tonight, I think I'm gonna bump him up to a 4.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's just an average performance. The only thing I will say on this before I hand it over to Westhamonline is that for me, £50 million, and I know people say about the price tag, but it fucking doesn't matter. Like he's got a price tag of £50 million for a reason, because he's a £50 million player. Do you know what I mean? So he's just got to do a little bit better for me. Really has. He's got to show it a bit more consistently. Like he's very inconsistent at the minute. Lucas Paqueta, we'll say that. Westhamonline.
I thought the last 20 minutes he was good. I'd just like to say I'm not going to bait out who said this on Twitter because it's not needed, but I had people on Twitter telling me he was better than Rice tonight.
He was better than Rice tonight?
Delusional.
Apparently. According to a few people on Twitter, he was better than Rice tonight.
How do you sit there and say that?
What the one thing with Paqueta is, don't get me wrong, he's obviously talented, but what is he actually good at? Defensively, he's not good. I'm not having it. He dives into tackles too much.
So I'll get to this, Westhamonline.
He doesn't play an awful lot.
I just want to get to this quickly, yeah? All right, hold up. Just give me 1 sec, yeah? Thomas, thank you very much, mate. £5 sticker, I think that is. Big yourself up, mate. Listen, Thomas is probably like a long-suffering West Ham fan, like all of us. So total respect to you, Thomas. I really do mean that, mate. Carry on, Alfie.
That's the one thing, Richard, that he's good at, progressive passes, and I think that's got worse over the season, to be fair. So far at West Ham, I've not seen one key attribute in his game, which is sad because I really rated him before he joined us, and he looked great in the World Cup, but I've not given up on him, but he's definitely not a £50 million player. He just doesn't do enough. Honestly, I think if you slap Lanzini in his role this season, we'd have a similar amount of points. Can
I ask you a question?
He needs, real quick, can I just say this? He needs another midfielder. He needs a midfielder in there. Even if you throw Ben Rama in the midfield, he will look so much better. Essentially, with Thomas Souček playing in there, you are playing 11 versus 10, and you're playing 2 midfielders. And if you're going to play 2 midfielders at that point, we might as well play a 4-4-2 and add an extra attacker. But the case is Thomas Souček is not technical enough to play with Paqueta, and when it should be a 3-man midfield, it's a 2.
It's bad, mate. It's bad. One thing I'm going to ask you lads and people in the chat before I move on is this: if we was to sack Moyes, would a manager get the best out of Lucas Paqueta?
What is the best? That's my problem. I had people on Twitter the other day as well saying if we got a new manager in, Paqueta would be better than Rice. Why? Well, what's he particularly good at?
I wouldn't say he'll be better. I don't think he'll ever be better than Rice. I think they're 2 different players, really, if I'm being honest. One's very skillful.
And by the way, my rating for Paqueta tonight is just a 5, I think.
Yeah, fair enough, Alfie, mate. We'll move on.
That's a good point, though, from Alfie. We don't know what Paqueta's best is yet, because I think the highest I've given him this season was a 7. And
I've not seen him run a game. not seen him run a game at all.
But I actually do think he's a good dribbler because I've seen him get around players easily. But like again, like I've said it numerous times, he's sometimes I don't want to say lazy, but like very lackadaisical. Like I still don't think he's up to speed. But like by now, I feel like you should at least have a better understanding of the speed. But I think he's a good dribbler. He's very forward thinking, progressive passes. But again, it's hard because we play him as a 10, we play him as an 8. Yeah. And he still hasn't really shown where he's best at.
Yeah. I hear you, mate. I really do. For me, he needs to do more. Fucking 100%. We'll move on to this man, Syed Benrahma. I'll go first on this one. Syed, you let me down tonight, mate. I'm afraid. You didn't really do anything of any note. That's coming from me. Frustrated tonight with me. Like, yeah, he beat a man, but like the end product's terrible. I'll be honest with you, he's on the pitch for an hour and he didn't do fuck all really. So I'm gonna make this pretty short and sweet. I'm giving him a 3. That's me being
today
kind.
Was the opposite of Southampton. Remember what I was saying? How they were putting in decent crosses, but no one was in there. Today there was people in the box, shit crosses.
Yeah,
why can we not somehow merge this together?
Don't be negative, guys. The Wolf of Wolf Street. I don't like that name, but I'm not being negative. I'm just being real.
Don't be negative.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, 3 out of 10. That's coming from me. I'm afraid. Just not good enough. Just wasn't good enough. There was just nothing there tonight for me. Westhamonline.
I don't want to go on about him too much because I go on about him all the time. But today's performance is just pretty much sums up my opinion on him. I think he's a talented player, but I just can't see it happening for him. I think he can't beat a man down the side because, he can beat a man down the side, but when he does, he's on his weak foot and his crossing on his weak foot is terrible. And when he cuts inside, he just crosses it off the pitch or blasts a shot over the bar. He's skillful. He links play well. There was a couple decent passes into Bowen's feet that Bowen could have done a bit better with. But overall, it's just not good enough for a winner in the Premier League. And I just don't think he is good enough, in my opinion. So I don't think he was awful, but he gets a 4 from me.
I do think there's a player there, but I just think tonight it was just shocking, if I'm being honest. I really do. I just didn't see nothing, if I'm being honest. That's coming from me. Ignore that. Fucking hell. Lucas.
I do love the Super Chef. I love you. But for me, I'm gonna actually give Benrahma.
And there he's saying about reading the comments, Scott. I'm sorry, bruv. I'm sorry. I'm drained. I'm emotionally damaged. That's all I am. Lucas, take it away from Benrahma.
E. Davis has summed it up perfectly. In conclusion, the players are just useless. But for me, Benrahma. I'm going to give him a high 4 because he did win us some corners. He beat his man. He beat Trippier a fair amount. But again, like I said on the afterthought about Moyes' lineup, I would have liked to see Cornet on the wing because I think Cornet would have easily done Trippier all night long because all he has to do is just put it past him and he's gone.
Yeah.
But Benrahma beat his man a fair amount, not a lot. Crossing was poor. The quality of the crosses was poor. Again, just not enough. High 4.
High 4 for you. We'll move on to this. This is going to be an interesting one because he irritated the fucking life out of me tonight, Mr. Bowen. Lucas, what are you saying for Jared Bowen tonight?
Oh, and one last thing on Benrahma, sorry, but he never goes into a 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
Never does.
He's such a baby. He literally goes into no 50-50. It's disgusting.
Lucas, you could have just left it and gone to where Bowen, but you just triggered the chat.
Because during the watch-along, I was enraged. I was yelling. But Bowen, for me, this one is actually a bit tough.
He was
because
good.
Some people... My main problem with Jared Bowen, I absolutely hate some of the decisions he makes when he shoots. Some of the qualities of his shot are so fucking terrible. They're so shit. But then some people are like, oh, but like he had the shot, like shooter's gonna shoot, goal scorer's got to try and score. I don't care. You are not that guy. You don't bang them from outside the box, and the quality of your attempts, absolute dog water. When has he ever scored outside the box?
That's his attempts, fucking over the bar.
No,
I mean,
it needs to be.
I thought it's terrible.
With hay rolling along the Arizona desert road because they just roll out of bounds wide.
But he was. I thought he was good.
He was all right, Westhamonline, but I'll tell you the reason why it irritated me tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say this, Lucas. Yeah, the reason why he irritated me tonight because there was times where he was trying to do too much. He was trying to like. Don't get me wrong. He's picking the ball up, he's beating people, and he's trying to cross balls in. There'd be moments where I think there was a set piece in the corner. Yeah, and I'm thinking, come on, like play it to the edge of the box. Cornet's on the edge of the box. He goes for a shot, and I'm thinking, what are you doing, mate?
But in total, he did beat Dan Byrne a good amount of times. He did get an assist. I do think his corner was solid. But I think Antonio is an unsung hero on that goal because he totally took Nick Pope out of the equation. I'm gonna give Jared Bowen. I think I'm gonna give him a high five.
High five.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 5. Don't forget, we took 5 tonight, so he was all right, but I wouldn't say he was amazing. Like I don't see him like I think Newcastle's defenders had him sort of controlled to a point.
Mate,
so
just
a 5.
The quality of his shots to me, like it's just a waste. It's a waste, and like I said, he beat Dan Byrne tonight, but
he
had an assist. The first minute where he beat Dan Byrne
on absolute toast.
Yeah. But still, you can have a player on toast, but what do you do with it after?
Right. Well, okay. Well, this is my verdict. First minute, he runs down the wing, goes past all of their left-hand side, and should get an assist. We hit the post. Ran at their defence all night. His shooting was poor, but he put in the ball for the goal. He put in a couple more good crosses. He took people on. He had Dan Byrne on toast. He'd done his bit defensively. He was combining play well. I thought he was really good. I thought he was our second best player tonight after Rice. His shooting isn't what it was last year, but we did just lose 5-1, but I can't let that affect my rating. I'm going to give him an A7.
So I agree with fucking hell. I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm agreeing with Elite Analyst quite a lot tonight. Fuck me. Like, there must be like a fucking double moon or something. I agree with that comment, 100%. Imagine how different the game would have been if that ball went in instead of hitting the post. At that point. Yeah, and I think that goes in. I think we end up. I don't think we lose the game.
If Bowen didn't take those awful shots, I probably would have given him a 6, maybe a high 6, or maybe even a 7. But I just don't know. I just don't understand. I really don't why he takes those shots. You might as well just give the team the ball, in my opinion.
I agree, mate. I agree. I just want to shout out to Charlie Walsh in the chat. Big up Charlie Walsh, Hammers Chat's very own. Do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Big up Charlie Walsh. Answer my WhatsApps, Charlie. You know what I mean? Just to drop that in there. Moving on to this man, Mikel Antonio. We all called for him tonight. I asked for him to play. I think you lads did and all. He did. Westhamonline, I'm going to let you go first on this one because I see you having rares on Twitter with people, and it was quite hilarious. What do you make of Antonio tonight?
Oh, I thought he was good. I thought he was good when in his time on the pitch. I thought he was he held the ball up well.
Do you actually mean like good as in good, or like just by the standard of tonight?
I think people are looking at the scoreline. I thought, what the fuck? And let's be honest, it was never a 5-1 game. We'll get into that in a bit. But I thought Antonio was good. Held the ball up well, took on Trippier twice and beat him twice, put a ball into the box and we missed twice. He was good. If we watch that game back and don't know what the score is, we'll say he played well. Much better than anything else. By the way, he came off for Danny Ings. Danny Ings looked way worse.
That we do.
I've got to disagree. I've got to disagree totally.
He's
right?
a 6 from me. Antonio.
Botman had him in his pocket all fucking night. Right, for the time he was on the pitch, Botman ruined
I
him.
have to agree, though. Danny Ings came on, and he looked awful.
Oh, yeah, he looks pony, mate. It's very real fucking. We all know he is now.
He tried to play a through ball. He tried to play a 40-yard through ball to Jared Bowen, and he could
mate.
It could have been
Charlie
worse.
Walsh.
Right. I've got to say this. Alan Dunn, thank you very much. $7.99 Australian dollars. Big up, Alan. I spoke to Alan. Top man. Absolute top man all the way in Australia there, mate. I hope you're all keeping well.
Thank you, Alan.
And enjoy your day.
Into on Twitter.
Hey?
People found the link to our video and they put, who wears a hat over a hood?
Well, I do. I'm a fat bastard, so yeah. What do I make of this tonight with Antonio? For me, I was happy he played. Did I see a decent performance? No, I didn't really see much of him, really. If I'm being honest, he done a few good things. Okay, I'll say okay, but that's it. But other than that, I wouldn't say he was brilliant tonight, or he done anything to deserve to stay on the pitch. When he did get subbed, there was a lot of people in the place where I was saying, "Why is he getting subbed?" But what did he really do, Westhamonline? Honestly, to say he deserved to stay on the pitch.
I thought he was honestly. I agree with what Charlie Walsh is saying. I thought he was decent for what he could do. He held the ball up well. I thought he was good. Yeah, I'm happy with him. He starts for me against Fulham, definitely.
But how would you assess his performance tonight? I don't think he's a high 6 tonight. If I'm rating him, I'll probably give him a standard 5.
By the way, he was on his own and we were booting balls up to him. He was winning fouls, holding it up. Ings comes on. Do you remember they booted the ball up to Ings and he just header flicked it to no one?
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 5. Just a standard 5 for me. It's nothing against Antonio. I wanted him to start tonight, but I just thought he was just... I don't know. West Ham were crap, and I wouldn't say he was crap, but he was just average for me. Lucas, what you saying?
Yeah, I'm going to give him... Again, I thought he did well for our one goal. Like I said, I think he deserves an honorable unassisted assist for that goal. But just a 5. We didn't really try to get him the ball at all. Mate, he wasn't that good. He didn't do anything. And that's not in a bad sense. Like, he didn't have the opportunity, but then again, he didn't really do much.
I agree, mate. I really, really do. We will get to the subs. Might as well just shout them out. Start with this man, Westhamonline. Danny Ings, give me a number.
2.
I've got to agree. I thought he was shit. Lucas?
2. I wanted to give him a 1, but
he's fucking terrible, mate. Maxwell Cornet?
5.
Westhamonline?
Didn't really do anything. Put one good ball in the box.
Yeah, non-existent for me. Well, I was expecting him to come on and sort of do some damage, and he didn't do nothing. If I'm being honest, so I'm going to give him a 4. Lucas?
5.
We will go to, where is he? Where's the boy? I met one of his relations tonight, Mr. Flynn Downs.
Who did you meet, by the way?
One of his uncles.
Oh, I know his cousin, Flynn.
Yeah. So, I was speaking to one of his uncles tonight, and he said, "Ain't looking good, bruv. It ain't looking fucking good." It's like that. But what are you saying for Flynn?
5.
I'm going to say a 5. I thought he was all right. I thought he got stuck in. He got a yellow card, as he always does. Yeah, he did get stuck in.
The passionate yellow card.
Lucas?
5.
Is McCarthy noble pivot elite analyst?
Of course it is.
He's
I've known him.
Sense.
I know. He's spitting facts tonight, elite. I'll give him that. Finally, Kafal.
5.
Lucas?
5.
Yeah, standard 5. And we will go to the last 2 ratings of the evening. The ref. Fucking horrendous. Craig Paulson, you are a disgrace. You should resign as being a referee. and take up being a lifeguard at fucking Butlins, mate. Fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? Lucas, what you saying for him? Because you watched the game. You must have been going berserk.
I really, actually, 4. I don't know, 4.
Yeah, he was not good tonight. I'll be honest with you. I think 4 you've been kind. I'll give him a 3. There was a few fouls on Paqueta that he should have given. He never did. The yellow card for Emerson is criminal. I know he's got the ball, but I know he's took the man with him, but he's won the ball first. He's got a yellow card for that. But then saying that, he could have sent Emerson off, and Emerson should have been sent off, really. So, yeah, I think I'll go with a 4 with you. I won't change it. Westhamonline?
I don't usually go at the refs, but I thought it was crap. Absolutely crap. Every free kick he gave, I pretty much disagreed with. I thought he was biased tonight towards Newcastle. I don't usually go at the refs, but I thought he was terrible. He's getting a 2 from me.
Fair enough, mate. And that is Westhamonline talking with his chins. You know what I mean? We move on to this man. Final rating of the evening, Mr. David fucking Twat Moyes. I don't know where to start with this, really. I don't. I'm going to go with Westhamonline because I spoke to Lucas earlier. First off, what did you make of the performance and team selection, tactics, etc.? And then what did you make of it at the end of the game when there was no fucking fans there and everyone decided to just part their ways, basically?
I thought the tactics were. I don't think we actually played as badly as the scoreline suggests, as I've mentioned before, but I thought our pressing was terrible. I thought the tactics weren't good. Although I did like how we played offensively when we had the ball. I thought we looked good with the balls. And honestly, by the way, this isn't me praising Moyes or the players, but this was nowhere near.
I'm sorry, Alfie. I'm sorry. I've got to get this comment. Right, this is from Charlie Boy. If he calls him Mr. Moyes, I'm going to shoot my laps. He's going to get the Glock out and fucking start banging some bullets in it. Alfie, carry on. Please don't say Mr. Moyes.
This isn't me praising Moyes or the players, but I think we can all agree this was nothing like the Brighton game. The Brighton game was hopeless. Today, I thought we played okay in the first half, terrible in the second, but in the first half, I think we looked good at times.
Can I say something, Alfie? Can I say something just to cut in there? I agree with you slightly, yeah? I think we started off well in the first few minutes. We should have scored. We was unlucky. Then the goals just come in, right? Then we sort of, I don't know what happened, right? I don't know about you lads, but halfway through that first half, West Ham seemed to just change. They started to look like they was pressing and fucking literally had Newcastle camped in their own half. Yeah. Then we scored, and I think half time come at a wrong time for West Ham. Because I think West Ham were well in the ascendancy. Do you know what I mean?
That third goal killed us. But this is how I judge it. Moyes didn't do well tonight. I thought the tactics were crap. But crap, not good. But the actual goals themselves, I can blame the first and the what was the second goal again?
Second goal is Joe
also
Linton
offside goal where everyone quit.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. The first goal I can blame on him. I thought that was poor setup. I thought we got overloaded too quickly. I thought the marking was poor. And I thought that we sank deep too quick. So the first goal is on Moyes. Yeah. The second goal absolutely is not on Moyes. That is disgusting defending by the two centre-backs. What on earth? I knew it was onside straight away, by the way. I knew straight away. Third goal's not on Moyes. I mean, what the hell is Fab or Aguerd, whoever you want to go at doing?
Yeah.
Fourth goal's not on Moyes. I mean, the individual mistakes tonight were terrible. And the fifth goal I didn't see because I was out the ground. So. The overall tactics by Moyes were terrible.
But the only problem I will say, Alfie,
the goals were not on him,
just to cut in there, yeah. I know you're saying they're not on Moyes, but putting Thomas Suchek in his team is a problem. It is a problem.
The selections were terrible. I get why people wanted Kehrer to start, and I get it because he played well the other day, but he's terrible, and he got rinsed by St. Maximin. He's crap. Sorry, but Thilo Kehrer is shocking. He shouldn't have been starting today. Suchek, don't know how he started. Don't know. yeah, but why Pablo Fornals has been completely frozen out. He didn't even come on as a sub, but I don't get that one. But can I
Baffles me,
blame
mate.
Moyes for most of the goals? No, I can't. So for me, he gets a 3.
I'll go next. I agree slightly with some of the things Alfie's saying. I think for me, we started off well, really well, and we should have went 1-0 up. Really, so unlucky not to score. The 2 goals. The first goal is criminal defending. The second goal is just embarrassing. Really, I agree with Westhamonline yet again. That I knew that goal was onside. Right, as soon as he went through, I went, "Fuck me, this is onside straight away." Yeah,
it was so bad.
I will say towards the back end of the first half, we was starting to sort of rev up. Like West Ham was starting to motor a little bit. And that 2-1 down at half time, I was happy. I was quite happy. Like, I was thinking, you know what? We're 2-1 down. We've played absolutely fucking terrible. We can't play that bad in the second half. Fuck me, how wrong I was. We come out second half, criminal fucking bit of play from Fabianski and Aguerd. I think they're both as bad as one another on that one. The 4th goal is embarrassing because Fab should own it and he doesn't. And then the 5th goal, yet again, I can't comment. I haven't even seen the 5th goal because I walked out. I could not handle it anymore, and I walked out. I just walked out of the pub I was in. I was like, "Fuck this! I just can't deal with it."
Elite analyst has given Mr. Moyes a 6.
Well, that's up to elite. I'm going to go with you, and I'm going to say a 3. And that's me being kind. I think the Thomas Souček, him starting, is a crime. I think there's players like Fornals, and this is coming from me, of all people. Fornals should play in this team. He should be playing, and he's not. And it ain't Fornals for Ben Rama. Fornals should be in this fucking team over Souček. I don't understand what position Souček is playing. If someone could explain to me what he's playing, because he's not playing as a midfielder, and he's playing as a second striker or a number 10. I think he's just absolutely awful. I thought the defence, for how good they were on Saturday, they were shocking. I think Deck's just world class above everyone else. Paqueta is just overrated and overhyped. And then the front 3, Bowen was the best one out of the 3. Benny was shocking his shit. And Antonio just standard. So, yeah. I think Moyes needs to go. I think he needs to just fuck off and just get him out the door and a fresh face with fresh new ideas. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 10. I just think.
Will you still appreciate Mr. Moyes when he leaves?
Not at the minute, Alf, because West Ham are in danger at the minute. West Ham. The one thing I'm going to say before I hand it over to Lucas, is that you just never know what West Ham you're going to get. You just never fucking know. Right, Tonight I was expecting West Ham to turn up and have a right good go. Right, and before I carry on, please take these photos off and put your logo on, brother. Because if you don't, I will literally manhandle you and slap you silly. I'm just going to say that, right? Because I'm not in the fucking mood, bro. So yeah, Moyes has done all right at West Ham, but it's time to say goodbye. It really is for me.
Question my usual suspects, though. What does Warburton do? He gets a 0 from me tonight, Warburton.
Yeah, we'll get to him shortly. Lucas. Take it away from us, mate.
Scott was right. He was like, someone was saying about being on my phone. Yes, I was on Twitter because I have people with literally no pictures of themselves on their profile telling me how to dress, and what I do is weird. The gall. Talk about my fashion sense, but that's neither here or there. They probably wear jeans in the comfort of their own home. Now that's serial killer-esque. But lineup. Like I said before, I didn't have a massive issue with the lineup. Of course, I probably would have started Soufal. I would have. I get why Souček was in there, but ultimately failed. And I don't agree with him starting after laying that big of a stinker against Southampton. Like that should have been one of those benchings where it's like, listen, you played like shit, and you're definitely gonna sit this one out. And I'll play you Saturday. Hopefully you perform. But that didn't work out. So really, 2 poor decisions in the lineup. Tactics not great. Oh goodness. See, I'm already ruffling feathers. I'm sorry.
Go on, man.
To be fair, you do have an axe in your profile picture, so I'm not saying anything, but no, much love to Drain Ball. Tactics
man.
not great. But again, like I agree with Alf. A lot of the goals we conceded tonight were just heinous individual errors. Heinous.
Bad.
And I don't use that word lightly. I don't think all the blame can be put on him. So for me, and the the fact that he didn't sub Emerson off, that really actually pissed me off. Because if Emerson got sent off which he should have, he 1,000% should have.
Oh yeah, Irons.
We would have been
Emerson
fucked
a
against
7,
Fulham.
by the way.
What'd you say?
That Irons gave Emerson a 7 out of 10.
Who the fuck cares? So because of that, and his subs weren't that bad, but I'm gonna give him a 4.
He's at fault though, mate. Yeah, I will say that. Listen, I hear what you're saying,
And it could have been worse. Like I said, if Emerson got red carded, I'm chalking Saturday. Chalking it.
And I'm going to be honest, yeah. I looked at his interview after, right, and his interview just makes me fucking puke. I speak to the truth. He's saying about the fans walking out and leaving. What, Dave? What the fuck do you want him? What the fans to do? Sit there and take more punishment?
I rate
Like, it's
it.
just.
I rate.
Why do you rate that shit? I know you would, you little bastard.
I rate how honest he is. Like, fair play.
But do you think that's right though, Alfie? That a manager's saying about the fans who've just sat there and watched their team get absolutely
No,
fucking
he said he
destroyed.
would have walked out as well.
I understand that, but it's fucking bad though, isn't it? Like when he's coming out with that, like he's supposed to galvanise the fan base, not fucking divide us.
I think
So.
if I was him, I'd go into the interview and say, "Mate, we are crap."
Yeah, he ain't fucking good. So that has been the player ratings for tonight for West Ham 1, Newcastle fucking 5.
Honestly, I think the only thing that
Yeah,
upsets me more than losing tonight is Callum Wilson yet adding 2 more tallies to his score sheet against us.
How does he do it, mate?
I honestly just cannot stand the guy. Like, don't get me wrong. I said this on the watch long. He's probably a top man, sound guy, but on the pitch, he's just an absolute melt. I don't find him funny. I don't find him charismatic. And all the shit he says about us, I know he's like being sarcastic and taking a dig, but fuck off,
Yeah.
Callum Wilson, cunt.
Unreal, mate. Fucking unreal. Listen, it's like any time that they're playing, yeah.
He is Pele against us.
You just know that he just turns into fucking prime fucking Ronaldo R9. Do you know what I mean? Unreal. As Drano, as Elite Analyst says there, please make sure you like the video.
Thank
It
you.
does go a long way. Please do that. Lads, you want to talk about Warburton, West Ham Online? Go on, bruv. I'll let you go.
0 for me. The worst appointment in the club's history was that fraud, Mark Warburton, and
I actually agree with that. Really do.
the day
Passionately.
that he leaves the club, I'll put out a 50-page statement slating him.
I don't get why he's here, mate. And this is the only fear that I have. I want him to go, boys, don't get me wrong. But knowing Sullivan, he'll bring Warburton in on a fucking temporary basis. So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I totally agree with what you're saying about Warburton. And that is no joke. Warburton is just a fucking, like, everywhere he's been, he's always been there for like 2 years. He's just a
James
twat.
Rees Salmon said the peeping Tom gets a 0.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do. But, you know,
Mate, it's
what it
just
is.
why I just don't understand why no one takes accountability for what's going on. That's like really what pisses me off the most is that
Yeah, I agree.
Moyes doesn't take any accountability. The players don't take any accountability. David Sullivan, sure as fuck, isn't going to take accountability. Karen Brady, who the fuck knows what she done? I seen a video today about Boris Brady, fucking businesswoman. Fuck off. You are shit. And like,
Disgusting.
Warburton.
yeah, him too. He's fucking. Please get him gone. But
Can I-
just no accountability at this club, and that's almost all it takes. If someone could just put their hand up and say, not be around the bush. Just be like, we are fucking shit. And like literally translate that to the fans without being around the bush. Like
the problem is, right, Lucas, I just want to say this, yeah. The problem we've got is we just never know what West Ham's turning up. That's the problem. Like, if West Ham go and beat Fulham at the weekend, yeah, this will be forgotten about, right? This will be like, oh, it's a shit result, but in a week we've got 6 points out of 9. The problem is, no one in the chat or no one who's watching this fucking stream or no one who's watched that crap tonight can say what West Ham's going to turn up in the next game because we just don't fucking know. It's like
it's all fucked.
It's like Russian roulette. Go on, mate.
Elite usually gets it right. If you ask him, he'll probably get it. He'll probably know what's going to happen.
Oh, all right. I'll have to sack you and get Elite in here then. What are you? Right, listen. To wrap this up from the pair of yous, yeah. Where do we go from here? Obviously, Fulham is Saturday. That's massive. Yeah, big fucking game. Yeah. How do we recover from this? That's the first question I've got to ask.
If Moyes wants to right some wrongs, literally all he has to do is drop Souček for I don't.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd want him dropped for a little bit. But if you want to get the fans behind you, at least drop players that deserve to be dropped. Like, start off with Souček. If I guarantee you, if we play the same exact team we did today, but you put Lanzini or Fornals, hell, maybe even Flynn Downs in on Saturday for Souček, I guarantee you most people will have a little pep in their step and be like, oh, you know what? Like, this lineup looks better. Moyes drops someone that rightfully deserves to be dropped, and maybe he'll get the people fucking going a bit. But mate, it's just very little things that need to be done, and they're just not being done. Like I said, accountability, the biggest issue when literally all someone has to do, even Declan Rice, literally put your hand up and just say, we're shit. Literally, in quotes, say, we're fucking shit. Take the fine and just say, we are fucking shit.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. Drano, it'll be very soon, mate. It'll be very soon. I will definitely hook something up with you at some point. I've just been so fucking busy. Alfie, I'll leave the final word to you because obviously you come here late. I'm going to say this. What do you? How do we recover from this, bruv? On Saturday.
The journey we've embarked on. That journey.
Oh my God!
That journey may have reached its climax. On Saturday's game, we'll always pull back something out of the dungeon again. The dungeon of pain that we've endured tonight. For me, we're going to see the reappearance of Mr. Moyes on the weekend. We'll beat Fulham and we're going to stay in this league. Moyes will leave on a high when he wins that European Conference. Come on, you Irons.
Well, if you want to avoid doing like serious amounts of drugs and alcohol, don't speak to Alfie because he will turn you to that shit.
Let him cook.
Let him cook, mate. This cunt can't cook an egg.
Let him cook.
I'm going to say that 100%. He can't even boil a fucking egg. Right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Listen, Alfie, Lucas, thank you both very much for coming on tonight. I really do appreciate that.
No problem.
It's been an hard day. It's been an hard day for West Ham. I'm going to say this to round it up. And I don't know what else I can say, mate, about the weekend.
No signing off. No signing off with Keep the Faith tonight. We got to save that for another day.
What I will say is...
Pray to fucking God, mate. Anything you want.
Tonight could end up being just a little bit of a blip. A bit of a blip. We win on the weekend. Once again, for me, Moyes comes back in and shows again how strong a man he is. His words tonight have inspired me. Personally.
Yeah, well, fucking hell. Your fucking words fucking are deluded and fucking frustrate me, but you know, you're my boy, so that's all right. Listen, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'll be back. I ain't gonna do nothing tomorrow because I'm gonna fucking literally lose my shit. So I'll be back Friday to have a preview about Fulham. Can West Ham get something at Fulham? I've got to laugh at it. We just got slapped 5 against Newcastle, and fucking West Ham have got to try and do Fulham at the weekend.
Bit unlucky.
Yeah, today. But it is what it is. And as Keith I'm gonna leave it to Keith. What he says here, this cunt has to be on drugs, right? Fuck's sake. Okay, listen, mate. I agree, mate. I mean, when you talk to Alfie, you have to literally turn to drugs or be on them. Either way, that's what you got to do with Westhamonline. Anyway, take care. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.